Well, a war is coming to the United States in months, not years. Former 24-year veteran of the Customs and Border Protection, J.J. Carroll, just uncovered the truth of what's happening with Biden's border invasion, and the war will start in black communities. That's where it's going to start first. Listen to JJ in Chicago talking with black citizens who are being crushed right now under the weight of illegal immigrants in their communities. Watch.
This is America.
This is America.
There's a problem.
And the people have a problem with Trump. What are you crazy? Biden.
Biden did this. This is not Trump.
Exactly. The Democrat Party in this city hates poor black people. And I'm talking about all of the Democrat Party, the Black Caucus and everybody else. This is a fact. They have starved the people.
How do you know that? How do you know that?
Because I've been in politics for the last 25 years. Ran for city council twice. They have no intentions for American citizens, especially black America. Poor black people in this city are obsolete.
And JJ
Micah 2:10. Arise ye and depart, for this is not your rest, because it is polluted. It shall surely destroy you, even with a sword of destruction. Shalom. First and foremost, I'm going to give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Makakwadash. Double honors to the elders and the apostles of Great Millstone taught me this truth. Peace and sincerity unto the elect. Shalom. I'm back at you with another lesson, Lord willing, straight to the point and edifying. All right, and it's just going to be, a quick lesson here. Lord willing, edifying. All right. And this message goes out to you so-called Negroes, Latinos, Native Americans, who are the true people of the Holy Scriptures. All right, you trust in oppression. All right, you trust in the shadow of Egypt, man, and it's going to lead to your confusion and your shame. Okay, here it is. You got these people, you got Jake over here was all happy, a few years back to vote Biden in. Okay, and look at the outcome. Okay, look at the outcome. You see? You threw. And then now our people think that they could, I'm just gonna vote for Trump now. He's still the devil. Okay? This was all a part of the plan. Okay? The elites are using Biden to openly destroy Babylon, to openly destroy, all right, these cities, these states, bankrupt the country. You see? Openly. And Trump is going to be the one to bring in that draconian measure, man. And I'm just saying that speaking as a man because, it's all the spirit and power of Yahweh Shemi Shai. All right? But the main part of this lesson here, all right, was the fact of what he first said. All right, Clay Morrison, what he first said here. All right, he said there's a war coming and it's going to start in the so-called Negro community, man. All right, it's going to start with you Negroes, Latinos, Native Americans, and this is the plan. Okay, this is the plan. They're flooding your neighborhoods, these low income, all right, poverty stricken neighborhoods with all of these migrants. Okay, they're not flooding, them Edomites, gated communities. They're not flooding their neighborhoods with it. They flooding you with it. Okay, because it's all a part of the plan. Because they know, all right, they know, that it's gonna go up. They know that. You see, and they're gonna use Jake as the face of it, man. All right. So let me grab this scripture. Okay. And there's no coincidence. This is no coincidence that this is happening. And of course it would be in Chicago, where they don't play over there. All right. And through this video, you're going to, hope that it make more sense through this video. Psalms 10:7, it says, his mouth is full of cursing and deceit and fraud. Under his tongue is mischief and vanity. He sitteth in the lurking places of the villages. In the secret places doeth he murder the innocent. This is Esau, Edom, the so-called white man. Okay? His eyes are privily set against the poor. You see that? Here it is. Like the elder Karatazar was saying when I was watching his lesson on it. Here it is. Jake is oppressed. We're already oppressed every day since these devils brought us here. All right, we've been oppressed. They've been oppressing us. All right, and then now you have a bunch of migrants coming into these poverty-stricken areas and then getting more benefits than you are. Even the average American is seeing this. Okay. These devils closed down James Madison. That was my old school too. James Madison, they closed it. They closed it down, and basically made the migrants go in there and told the kids they basically had to, go home and I think it was like at home schooling or something like that. All right, because they're trying to stir up hatred, man. They're trying to stir up, all right, sedition, because that's what all of this is going to lead to, sedition, man. Okay. People are seeing that this government is against the people. They're seeing it, but the elites want them to see it. They want this to be well known. They want this to be open for the public's viewing, so to speak. Okay? They want this so that, the people, can get enraged. All right? This is not a coincidence. Okay? You're bringing all these migrants over here and giving them all this benefits. You're giving them the people's tax money that they work so hard for. Okay, while simultaneously treating your own people, your own Babylonians, the Americans, they're getting treated like trash. But these migrants, these people that don't pay taxes, that don't work over here, all right, they're getting all these lavish there's lavish treatment, so to speak, getting to sleep in hotels and all types of things, man. Okay, they're doing this purposely to piss the people off. Okay, they need sedition. Problem, reaction, solution. Okay. Psalms 10:9, it says, "He lieth in wait secretly as a lion in his den. He lieth in wait to catch the poor." You see that? And you poor, the poor is you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, man. That's the poor. It says, "He doeth catch the poor when he draweth him into his net." Okay? He crouch and humble himself. It says that the poor may fall by his strong ones. You see that? So he set up all these traps, all these snares. He talked the good talk, just like Psalms 55 and 21 says. Right? He talked the good talk. All right, but war is in his heart. Okay, it says he crouches and humbles himself. Oh, we're doing this. We're a sanctuary city. These migrants, they need homes, and they're just trying to leave their areas or whatever. Okay, and all of them is military aged men. Okay, all of them are military aged men. Okay, because these are the militias, man. These are the UN troops. These are the agent provocateurs. These are the people that are going to come over here when chaos breaks loose, all right, and help the chaos break loose. And when it breaks loose, these are going to be the people bringing forth all types of chaos through Babylon, man. All right. All hell's going to break loose, and they're setting up the perfect environment. Okay. They're setting up the perfect environment for all hell to break loose. Okay. Next verse, it says, "He has said in his heart, God hath forgotten." You see? But what he don't know is that the Most High, Yahweh Hashem Yahushai, is going to, he requires what is past. Okay? It says, he said in his heart, God hath forgotten. He hideth his face. He will never see. You see? It says, "Arise, O Lord, Yahweh Hashem Yahushai, O power, lift up thine hand, forget not the humble." You see that? And the Lord is not going to forget the humble. And in this case, it's going to be the elect. All right? The Lord is not going to forget the humble, man. He's not going to forget the poor. Okay? This man is doing all types of wickedness, man. Okay? He's setting up snares and traps. You see? I'm going to just get to the point right here. I'm going to play some more of the video here. Psalm 64 and 5, and read from 5, it says, they encourage themselves in an evil matter. They commune of laying snares privily. They say, who shall see them? You see that? They encourage themselves in an evil matter. They commune of laying snares privily. They lay traps. This is just a trap. Okay? This is a trap. Okay? Because they want chaos. They want anarchy. They want a civil war. They want hell to break loose. Okay? This is what they want, and they're setting up the perfect environment for it. Okay? It says they search out iniquity. They accomplish a diligent search, both the inward thought and every one of them, and the heart is deep. Okay? And this is all the plan of the elites. Esau, Edom, the so-called white man. Okay? Satan himself, the devil. Okay? This is the plan. Okay? If y'all don't see that there's some plan going on, and that it's either this administration is completely incompetent, or they're trying to bring down the America, which they're doing. That's what they're doing. Okay? And they're playing incompetence. They're playing, oh, we don't know what's going on. We're just trying to help. Okay? We're just trying to help them. We don't see these dangerous people coming over here. Okay? These countries didn't just let go all of their maximum security prisoners and sent them over here. They aren't over here beating up cops and raping women and killing and deleting them. Robbing. They're not doing that. Right? They're not just getting out. They're not doing all these crimes and then getting out of prison the next day. They're not doing that. They're not getting deported and then just being able to walk back through the border. They're not doing that. We don't got people on the border talking about, oh yeah, y'all gonna wait and see. That's not happening. They're not finding IEDs, okay, and men trying to come across the border to make a dirty, dirty BOMBS. They're not finding that. That's not going on. Okay? Let me get this scripture real quick before I get into it, because hey, these devils, man, they know what they're doing. Okay? This is not a coincidence. This is not just happening. All right? They're trying to bring forth a chaotic environment. Okay? 1 Thessalonians 5:3 says, for when they shall say peace and safety, then sudden destruction cometh upon them as travail upon a woman with child, and they shall not escape. All right? They telling you it right now. Everything's okay. Everything's all right. Everything's all right while they're giving your money away to fund war, while they're giving your money away to migrants. All right? While your 401k is getting drained, while you got to work harder now. People got to get 2-3 jobs just to pay their rent. Gas going up, all of these things are happening, but then they have enough money to set up these migrants in these luxury hotels and pay for give them basically what's it called, food stamp or whatever that card that the American the New York mayor, right? I think Eric something. Okay, the mayor. They wanted to give them basically a card with money on it every month. They get more money than the American gets, okay, on these benefit cards, on what's it called, unemployment SNAP or whatever it's called. All right, they get more money than the average American gets in food stamp. In benefits, and they're Americans. And these people are coming into the country and receiving all of these benefits. Okay, and they're doing it for the vote. Okay, they're doing it for the vote. They're doing it, all right, for various different purposes, which is all going to lead to the same conclusion of complete and all-out sedition, anarchy, purge-like behavior. All right, people are going to be picking up arms against each other, man. All right.
Joins me now, fresh off of his trip. JJ, great to see you again. You know, you've obviously confronted some of the most unbelievable circumstances as it relates to the southern border in the United States, some of the most dangerous circumstances that you've faced with arrests. How does Chicago, far away from the southern border, how does Chicago stack up with what you're used to at the southern border?
Chicago's a war zone.
This is the quickest way to clear out stuck poop.
Fiber helps you poop, right? Nope. What about...
And it is a forgotten, Trump called it the forgotten America, forgotten Americans. So the reason why I went to Chicago is I believe it's a ground zero of the invasion. This is the manifestation of treason. It's going to work from the coastlines in through the inner cities of major metropolitan areas. That gentleman that you showed, Mark Clayton, is an activist. Mark Carter, is an activist in Chicago. He took me down to the South Side. I had to be escorted down there because of the gang violence and all the issues. But their local government has poured over $3 billion into their community for illegal aliens, not their community, but for illegal aliens. And they are being systematically pushed out of their communities like Inglewood. It is something I have never witnessed before. I feel like I'm traveled, I'm smart, I've been places. I'm telling you, when you go down to the South Side, it is desolate, it is desperate, hopeless, violent. I would say 1 out of 4, 1 out of 5 houses are dilapidated and shuttered. The other 4 need to be shuttered. Businesses are closed and shuttered. There's no industry. They are bringing illegal aliens, majority from Venezuela, and they are moving them out of their communities. Let me give you an example. The city of Chicago paid black residents that were living in these dilapidated shacks, if you will, $1,000 to move out. Well, why would the landlords in Chicago want them to move out? $1,000. Because each illegal alien has $9,000 attached to them for rent assistance. $9,000. So they're moving them out and moving them in. Now, Clayton, I talked to mega church black pastors, street pastors, violent gang members that have come out of prison that are trying to reform their community, been in prison for murder for 21 years, another one murder for 26 years, and soup kitchen workers, everyone in between down on the south side of Chicago, black residents, black Americans. And they all say to me, to a man and woman, they say, we're going to war. And it took me back for a second, and I was like, okay, well, let's clarify what war is. And they said, whatever we have to do to maintain and protect our community. And
You see that? This is where it's going. Okay? You have an oppressed people, okay, talking about you so-called Negro, Latino, Native Americans, but in this case, it is mostly, Negro and Latino over there. All right? But you have an oppressed people, okay, that are they live oppression. Then you're bringing in a whole new different people, okay? Like the elder Karatazar was saying, like, he was saying, he feel like most of them, people coming in are not all Northern Kingdom, like they're probably some Middle Eastern, and other nationalities in the midst. You see? But you're bringing the people in, and then you're splurging on them. You're giving them all this benefit. You're giving them money. You're giving them aid. You're giving them provision. And the people that's been living there, that's been asking for it for decades, been fighting for it, done voted for Democrat after Democrat after Democrat, hoping that this Democrat that they vote for, okay, is going to have their best interest at heart, which it never turns out to be. Okay? It just gets worse and worse and worse and worse. Okay? And now these same Democrats are now giving your money to suffice people that are just coming into the country, they don't pay taxes. Okay? They're basically living for free. Okay? While your neighborhoods is destroyed, you could barely pay your rent. Okay? They're not giving you the assistance that you need. Okay? But here comes a people from out of the country into your country, not only into the country, but into your space, into your environment. Okay? And they're benefiting more. Okay? But this is all scriptural, like the brother was getting into yesterday. You feel me? These are the curses. All right? We will be very low. Okay? Especially the tribe of Judah. Okay? They will be very low. Okay? Micah 2:1, it says, woe to them that devise iniquity and work evil upon their beds when the morning is light. They practice it because it is in the power of their hand. All right? And these Edomites, these elites, the ones that run everything, okay, the earth has been given into their hand. Okay? And these are the people that have the power over you, that the Lord has given the power, the power to them to be over you. Okay? And they hate you. You see? They hate you. Okay? So this is why they're doing what they're doing, because they're trying, like he said in the beginning, they know they're crushing you, man. They know that they're crushing you, man. Okay? They know they're crushing you. Okay? This is another part of his sword. Okay? This is purposely being done to destroy you. These elites don't care how it goes. They don't care which way it goes. Okay? As long as some type of chaos breaks loose from this. All right? As long as they get the right to be able to come down with great wrath. Right? And bring the National Guard on the streets and have tanks going through the streets and checkpoints and things of that nature. Okay? And like I said, the average everyday Babylonian is realizing this. Okay? And they're about to take up arms against this government. This is what's going to happen. Just like he said, this is treason. This is a treasonous government, and the people know that. Okay? Especially the Edomites. They know that, like the brother was saying, Elder Caracas, I was saying. No, I believe it was Salakia. It was, I believe, Elder Ishiar. It was one of the brothers. I'm just mixing them up right now, Salakia. But, right, they was basically saying that Esau's losing his kingdom. Okay? They're watching their kingdom fall. Okay? They're watching their kingdom fall. They're watching it fall. They're watching it. They're about to pick up arms. I believe it was Elder Yashawamba. Right? They're about to pick up arms. Okay? They're watching these illegals come into the country, attack their police, okay? Rob, grape, assault, do all these types of things, delete, get away with it. Okay? Because your government, they want a chaotic environment. Okay? They watch them get off, go back into the streets, then receive benefits off of their backs from their taxes. Okay? While basically I'm over here at my second job just to pay for groceries. If I go out there and if I fight a cop, I'm getting deleted. I'm doing 7-8 years in prison. They're giving these illegals free phones, groceries. They basically have a diplomatic community, man. Okay? They're setting up shop. And of course, you would set up these violent gang members in Chicago where there's other violent gang members. You don't think they know what they're doing? Okay? They know exactly what they're doing. Okay? Let me grab this. Proverbs 22:3. It says, a prudent man foreseeth the evil and hideth himself, but the simple pass on and are punished. Okay? And the simple are going to be you Babylonians and you 2/3, man. Y'all going to fall for this hook, line, and sinker. Y'all are going to be the ones, all right, that are battling in the streets. This is where it's going to come to, as you're going to hear in the video. This is where it's going to go. They're going to be battling in the streets, picking up arms. Okay? You see? 2 Corinthians 2:11, it says, lest Satan should get an advantage of us, for we are not ignorant of his devices. And this is just another device, man. This devil is coming from every angle possible. Okay? From every possible angle, he's coming. He's about to come down with that great wrath, man, because he knows his time is short. He's coming from every angle possible. Something has to crack. Okay? This is not coincidence. They want chaos. All right?
Black pastor, the rooftop pastor, the AK rooftop pastor that Tucker Carlson interviewed for many, many months as he sat on top of a building during the winter months because of the prostitution crime that was across the street from his church. Pastor Brooks told me, we are within one black teenager being raped by these Venezuelan gangs or black Venezuelan gangs killing a black gang member or vice versa, and Chicago is going to explode. Everyone knows it, and isn't it coincidental, which I don't believe in coincidences, last week, DNC comes out and says, well, we're really kind of rethinking the Chicago DNC convention. We might do it remote. They know it as well as I do, that this is a powder keg ready to explode.
What's your credit card debt balance? If it's $10,000 or more, here are 3 easy solutions you can start implementing today.
Yeah, can you hold the Democrat?
You see that? They know. They know what they're doing. You see? They know what they're doing. Let me grab this. Ecclesiastes 7:7, it says, surely oppression maketh a wise man mad, and a gift destroyed the heart. They know what they're doing. They're putting the squeeze on Jake. They're putting the squeeze on Babylon the Great America, man. Somebody's going to snap. Somebody's going to lose it. That's what they're hoping for. For somebody to lose it. Okay? And of course, you're going to put them in a violent area. Okay? Where Jake ain't going to play that. As you're going to see in the video. But Jake ain't going to play that, man. Okay? You heard what he said. All it's going to take is for one of these migrants to grape some woman, to delete somebody, to rob somebody, to bang at somebody for something that happened, and it's going to go up. The animosity is already set. The hatred is already there. They're already watching you come into their neighborhoods and get better benefits than them. They're already watching you come into their neighborhood and automatically excel while they still suffering. They're watching this. Okay? Jake gonna lose it. Okay? You moving into their areas and setting up shop. Jake gonna lose it. Yo, these people are about to lose it. Okay? They're setting up the perfect conditions for this to happen. Okay? Let me grab this again. Right? Psalm 64, I'm gonna read from I'm gonna read 2 and I'm gonna go down. I'm gonna skip. Psalm 64:2 says, hide me from the secret counsel of the wicked, from the insurrection of the works of iniquity. And this is who it is. All right, the secret counsel of the wicked, the elites, Esau, Edom, the so-called white man. All right, the ones behind the scenes that are pulling the strings throughout the entire earth. Job 9:24, the earth is given into the hand of the wicked. Okay? Let me go down. I'm going to read at 5. Psalm 64:5, it says, they encourage themselves. Salakia. They encourage themselves in an evil matter. They commune of laying snares privily. You see that? They say, who shall see them? They search out iniquity. They accomplish a diligent search, both the inward thought of every one of them and the heart is deep. You see? They set snares and traps for you. Okay? Just like I read here in Psalms 10. Let me just read from, let me get the point. Psalms 10 and 8, it says, he sitteth in the lurking places of the villages, just like they showed you in the movie They Clone Tyrone. Okay? Esau is always in the midst. Wherever Jake is, Esau is there. Okay? He has to control, your movement. He has to control what you do. He has to control what you see. He has to control what you feel. He has to control what you believe. Okay? He sitteth in the lurking places of the villages. In the secret places do he murder the innocent. Okay? His eyes are privily set against the poor, and you are that poor. Okay? This is why he's doing this. He knows that you're oppressed, and he's gonna oppress you even more. Okay? What happens when you push an animal into a corner? You back an animal into the corner. All right? It says, next verse, it says, he lieth in wait secretly as a lion in his den. He lieth in wait to catch the poor. You see? He doeth catch the poor when he draweth him into his net. And that's what he's doing. Let me grab this scripture too. Let me grab this one. All right, that's all it is, man. These are just snares, man. Psalms 140:5, it says, the proud have hid a snare for me and cords. They have spread a net by the wayside. They have set gins for me, Selah. And that's what he has done. Okay? He has set nothing up but traps and gins and snares. Everything to mess you up, everything to catch you up, everything to destroy you. Okay? That's what he has done. Everything is a trap and a snare, man. That's why the scripture tells us not to trust this devil, man. All right? He's not here to help you. He hates you. Okay? He hates you.
National Convention in Chicago. I mean, what do you have to show for it? I mean, as we talked about with Mark, with the activist, he says you're seeing Democrats have destroyed the city, so you're going to bring the Democratic National Convention there. I mean, you're right. This is an absolute powder keg moment, and I think, we throw this term war around a lot. And I've thought a lot about this since you and I have been talking over the past few days, this idea. I've thought it was going to be a civil war. We've been thinking of the term civil war in the United States, Americans against Americans right now. But I think it's not. I think what you saw in Chicago, what you're seeing with your documentary Treason, what you're uncovering, is an invasion, and it's a repelling of an invasion. That will be the war. Americans coming together. And they hate that. I mean, absolutely, the powers that be would hate that Republicans and Democrats, MAGA Americans, and liberal Democrats would come together and say, enough is enough. We want to take our country back. And maybe I'm wrong, but is that where you see this war unfolding, or how this war would unfold? It won't be a civil war. It'll be a repelling of this invasion as a war.
I absolutely believe that, and my mindset is changing as I'm going to these communities, and I'm going to Boston and New York next. But I knew Chicago was the epicenter, and you're right. What scares the power structures more than anything, Clayton, is a big white man standing next to a big black man, both alpha males, one in law enforcement, one in the prison system, and realizing we have enormous amounts in common. We agree on the majority of everything. And the things that we don't agree on, we can civilly talk and come to a good conclusion because we're Americans. But when you take us and we're looking at the same problem and we're saying the source of that problem is the government. The government is destroying you. Why would I not help my brother? I don't care what race he is or what religion. He's my American brother and sister. Why would I not help him? That's going to be the call to America because, as I say in my interviews, if you think it's going to be contained in this bubble in Chicago, you're a fool. It's already spread across America. There's 45 million illegal aliens in America right now. 45 million. And I spoke to a female precinct leader in the GOP. There's only 2 GOP offices, I think, in all of Illinois. One of them is in Southside. And she tells me, she goes, do you think this is coincidental, JJ? You think this is just happenstance that the black population is decreasing in Chicago? They're about 700,000-ish. Do you think it has no meaning that the mayor, Johnson, 2 weeks ago said out loud, we're bringing in 700,000 illegal aliens? It's a 1-for-1. They're replacing us. And I didn't even use the word replacement. They all did. I'm talking from the highest level intellect down to street level knowledge and everyone in between. We are being replaced. We are being replaced. And I'm like, wow, they're on the front lines. And as these men told me, these gang members told me, if they think they're going to take it from me, they got another thing coming. We're armed to the teeth. We got 100-round drums. We got clips, magazines that have 30 rounds in them. We're not going without a fight. That's petrifying. I don't want that in America, but I'm telling you, Clayton, I was down. I saw how these illegal aliens live. They're staying in accommodations in the highest rent areas of Chicago, downtown. They are staying in buildings that are shadowed by the Department of Justice building. They're doing pimping, prostitution, drugs, fighting, and our brothers and sisters. I literally walked.
And a big reason why they're doing this, and they are trying to replace Jake, but the big reason they're trying to do this is because the people are catching on, all right, to the Democrat Party. They're catching on that they're not for the best interest of the so-called Negro, Latino, Native American, all right? Their best interest is not for you, okay? And just like you saw that lady, as well as many other Jakes, that got, some type of influence. Basically, they're saying that they're going to vote Republican, even to the lowest Jake. All right. They're saying that they're going to vote for Trump. OK, so these Democrats, what they're trying to do is they're trying to flood all these states, these Democrat-ran states, OK, with these migrants. OK, because they know that these migrants are going to, have loyalty to them. So when voting comes around, all right, they're going to, they have a chance to win the vote, so to speak. All right. But you also heard what he said when he said that these Jakes, they not playing. You could picture a Jake saying this. He said they're armed to the teeth. He said they got 100-round drums. You could just picture a Jake saying this, man. 30-round clips. Jake gonna lose it. People are gonna lose it out here. Because they're basically watching y'all try to push them out of their neighborhoods, trying to push them out of their homes. Okay? Hey, this is where it's all going. 2nd Ezra 15:14, it says, woe to the world and them that dwell therein, for the sword in their destruction draweth nigh, and one people shall stand up and fight against another, and swords in their hands. It says, for there shall be sedition among men, and invading one another. They shall not regard their kings nor their princes, and the course of their action shall stand in their power. This is where it's going. Because people are going to see that their government has they're treasonous. They're not for them. Okay? The government basically works for a foreign entity, man. All right? And you know who that foreign entity is. Them small hats. Okay? The government is treasonous and the people see it. So what do you think is going to happen? Hell's going to break loose. Nobody ain't going to be listening to no Biden. Nobody ain't gonna be listening to no Kamala. Nobody ain't gonna be listening to none of these mayors and none of these governors. People are gonna lose it. They're gonna take it. They're gonna take their action into their own hands, like the scripture just said. 2 Ezra 15-16. It says, "For there shall be sedition," and sedition means people rising up against the government. All right, people inciting each other to rise up against the government, man. It says, "For there shall be sedition among men, and invading one another. They shall not regard their kings nor their princes." And the modern day kings and princes are these presidents, these governors, you know, the vice president, and so on and so forth. Just the people that are in power. Okay. It says, "They shall not regard their kings nor their princes, and the course of their action shall stand in their power." The power is going to be in the people's hands, man. The people are going to lose it. Purge-like behavior, anarchy, chaos in the streets, gun battles in the streets. Okay? This is what's going to happen. They need this chaos. They need the destabilization. They need it to bring forth the order, to bring forth the draconian measures. Okay? This is what they need. All right? It says, "A man shall desire to go into a city and shall not be able," because there's going to be checkpoints, martial law, okay, curfews. It says, "For because of their pride, the city shall be troubled, the houses shall be destroyed, and men shall be afraid." You see? "A man shall have no pity upon his neighbor, but shall destroy their houses with the sword and spoil their goods because of the lack of bread and for great tribulation." This is where all of this is going. And in the midst of all of these things, you got other things going on. Like the scripture just said, there's gonna be food. There's food crisis that's gonna come to fruition. The dollar's collapsing. The economy's collapsing. Wars on the horizon. You got pestilence. They talk about a new boogeyman coming. All right. All of these things are in the midst. Something big is about to happen, man. All right. All of these things are in the midst. All of these things are happening simultaneously. Why? Because this devil has all the cards on the table. Okay. And something has to go. Something has to pop. Whether it's a terrorist event. Okay. Whether it's some, massive black swan event, a blackout. The dollar collapses. The economy collapses. War starts. Civil war starts. Another breakout. All right. Outbreak. Okay, something is going to stop something's going to kick all of this off, man. Okay, something's going to kick all of this off. So let me see. I'll probably play a little bit more. You get the point. You can watch this video for yourself. It's on Redacted. Yeah, let me just see if I don't play any more.
From a tent compound where American citizens, veterans, are living in squalor. The stench of feces and urine was overwhelming. I leave that to go to illegals living in luxury.
Hey, this time of year, we all
devil.
keep getting pinged with political fundraising asks.
Another damn devil.
They've taken over a whole city block. Clayton, here's the final thing, that one thing I want to impress upon. When you and I talked about me walking on the border in San Diego, in the area that I bled on to to control that, and that feeling I had that I was in enemy territory, that they owned it. I was in Chicago when the vast majority, there were hundreds of military-age adult men from Venezuela, majority from Venezuela. They looked at me like, "What are you doing? This is our neighborhood. Get out." This is what's happening to America. You are being replaced. What do you do when you go into war? You take land. It's called occupying property. They're occupying.
You hear that? When you go to war, you take land. These Babylonians don't even know they're at war. Okay? They don't even know they're at war. You got the Patriots, the red, white, and blue-blooded Edomite that know what's going on, like him, and the many other like-minded people like him. You got the prophets that know what's going on. All right? The ones that's watching and paying attention, but the 2/3 and the regular everyday Babylonians, y'all gonna get caught in this whirlwind, man. Y'all gonna get caught up in this destruction. Y'all gonna get caught straight smack dab in the middle of it, man. All right? This place is gonna see gun battles in the street. America's gonna be a giant war zone, man. All right? A giant war zone. You ain't gonna be able to go over to the next street. All right? You ain't gonna be able to go. Oh, it's gonna be America's gonna be a giant gangland, man. All right? Where Esau Edom is gonna then bring forth that hammer, man. All right? To try to put everything back in its place. You know? Oh, man. Zephaniah 3:1, it says, woe to her that is filthy and polluted, to the oppressing city. And that's Babylon the Great, America, man. This is that oppressing city. Okay? Ecclesiastes 7:7, it says, surely oppression maketh a wise man mad, and a gift destroyed the heart. People are going to lose their mind. Okay? Just like he's saying here, you got poor Jakes that are poor, on drugs, that need help, just through. And you got migrants in buses getting warmth. They getting prepped food for them. Okay, they have somewhere to lay their heads. You see, it's not like the shelter where you get kicked out after a certain time. They got it good. Okay, and the government's doing that purposely. Okay, so that their loyalty will stay with them. So when it comes down to anything, whether it's to join the military or to pick up arms against American citizens, okay, they're gonna do it without question. Okay, because they're gonna be loyal to the government. They're gonna be loyal to Esau Edom because he's giving them all of this. He's giving them all this benefits. He's helping them. They've came from a third world country to live over here, and it's live a vida loca over here, man. All right, and they happy with that. So wherever Esau tell them to do, they're gonna do it. Join the military and pick up arms against these Americans, man. They're trying to oppress your freedom. Especially now that there's hatred being, brewed between, these migrants and the Babylonians. Okay, it's gonna make it even easier for them to pick up arms. They already know that the Babylonians don't want them over here. They already know it. They already see it. Okay, they already know. So it's going to even make it even easier for them to pick up arms, to join up with the government when the government tell them to pick up arms and join the military and things of that nature against the American citizens, man. It's going to make it even easier for them. It's going to be a cakewalk. They ain't even going to question it. All right? So let me just play a little bit more of this, and then, I'm going to get another scripture and wrap it up.
America, and they're pushing us out 45 million going on 50 million strong. And the other thing I want to say, that as I travel and I see it, I went from leaving the United States Border Patrol 3 years ago when the NGOs didn't really know what they were doing. The NGOs on the south side bringing the caravans up didn't know. The government just created this chaos because they wanted to destroy America, and it was all chaotic and clunky. No longer, Clayton. I'm watching an industrial strength, industrial size operation that is streamlined and efficient from the Darien Gap to Chicago. I have never seen anything like this big and this perfectly orchestrated. It is unbelievable.
Yes, it is. But it's all the spirit and power of Yahweh Hashem Yahushua. The Lord is about to judge this place. All right? Heavy judgments about to come to you Babylonians, to Babylon the Great America, and to you Babylonians, man. Heavy, heavy judgment. All right? This is not happening for no reason. Okay? Okay, let me grab this. 2 Corinthians 3:11. Lest Satan should get an advantage of us, for we're not ignorant of his devices. Okay, and this is just one of his many devices. Okay, Proverbs 22:3 says, a prudent man foreseeth the evil and hideth himself, but the simple pass on and are punished. You see? And the only people paying attention, all right, is the elect. All right, first and foremost, the elders and the apostles of Great Millstone on down, and the like-minded brothers. All right, the prophets. You see? Let me read this. Ephesians 6:10, it says, finally, my brethren, be strong in the Lord Yahweh Ba'ashem El Shai, and in the power of his might. Put on the full armor of God, that ye may be able to stand against the wiles of the devil. You see? And this is the wiles of the devil. It says, for we wrestle not against flesh and blood, but against principalities, against powers, against rulers of the darkness of this world, against spiritual wickedness in high places. You see? It says, wherefore take unto you the whole armor of God, that ye may be able to withstand in the evil day. And we're fastly approaching the evil day. All right, we're in the evil day, but it's getting more evil and more evil and more evil. As the days go on, you see you see where this devil's trying to go. All right, you see where the world is going. And it says, and having done all to stand. You see? So in this time, you're supposed to be putting on the full armor of Yahweh Ba'ashem El Shai, and speaking first and foremost for myself. You know? First and foremost, speaking for myself, man. You see? Lord willing, the Most High be with us all, man. All right? Let me grab this last scripture. Ecclesiasticus 5:7. It says, make no tarrying to turn to the Lord Yahweh Ba'ashem El Shai, and put not off from day to day. For suddenly shall the wrath of the Lord Yahweh Ba'ashem El Shai come forth, and in thy security thou shalt be destroyed and perish in the day of vengeance. And with that, I'm going to give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Akakwadash. Double honors to the elders and the apostles of Great Millstone. Peace and sincerity unto the elect. Shalom.